Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Zoom call. And we're so glad that everyone is here. And we're going to be talking on autoimmune diseases tonight, which there are, I forgot now the percentage that there is in the United States, but it's one of the highest diseases that there is in the United States. And actually, I was just reading the other night that a lot of the autoimmune diseases are caused because of the foods that not only we ate, but maybe our parents ate. And that's a lot of the reasons that we have autoimmune diseases today. Well, I'm going to tell you about my autoimmune disease, and we have Julie Dinsmore. She's going to tell you about hers. We have Melody Hall, and then Linda Paquin is supposed to be here, and Sandy is going to finish us up with the products. And my autoimmune disease, actually, when I started with Juice Plus, I thought I was fine. I was perfectly fine. And I was worried about heart disease because that's what everyone in my family had died of, was heart disease. And so when I got the opportunity to find out about Juice Plus from one of my daughters, I jumped on it because that's exactly what I was looking for. And I am now, that was when I was 54. I'm now 75. And I just went to the doctor today, and I'm not on any type of blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine, anything like that. And so he says, I will see you in a year. Now, I do have myasthenia gravis, which is an autoimmune disease, but I didn't get that till I was 69. And I joined a group, which is very interesting. I have to tell you this. I joined a group of people with autoimmune diseases, and most of them were myasthenia gravis. And today she was like, you want to tell your story? And I said, well, my story's not going to be like everyone else's. And so I started telling her exactly what it was, but I don't think she wants me to tell my story because I don't have a bad report, of the story. They're taking me off of everything. So anyway, and that's my story. And Julie, would you like to tell us your story?
Yeah, okay. I was just making sure I wasn't on mute. My autoimmune story really was what got me on to Juice Plus. When I started having my kids, I started having sleep problems, achy joints. There were just a number of symptoms that didn't seem to really add up. And they thought maybe it was like fibromyalgia, or they called it several different things. It turns out many, many years later, we found out it's just something genetic that runs in our family that's not related to any of those other ones. But we didn't know at the time what was going on. So I had two children. I had, my son was 3 and my daughter was 2. And I was trying all kinds of things, to feel better and to sleep. And so I did start juicing, and I loved juicing. I actually was one of those weird people who liked the juice, and I would make it, but it was a lot of work and it is a lot of money. And so to buy the, quality produce, and I was juicing maybe 5 total fruits and vegetables, and it was pretty much the same ones all the time because that was what I could get. And that's when my friends Sandy and Lenora introduced me to Juice Plus, and I kind of resisted at first because I thought I liked my juice, but once I kind of looked at the whole thing, I realized I'm spending $50 a week when I could be spending $40 a month. And so I started taking the Juice Plus. Well, I got the same results from the Juice Plus, actually better results from the Juice Plus than the juicing, because it was a lot more fruits and vegetables. And I was getting them every single day, and my sleep got better, and I had insomnia and all this stuff, and my joint pain got better, and all these things started improving. And over time, I just kept seeing more and more improvements. So that's where my Juice Plus and the autoimmune story came together. So I don't know who's next.
Melody, would you like to tell us your story?
Sure. Okay. I've always had allergies all my life. Back in the 80s, I started doing research and became a vegetarian. And then back in the late 90s, I quit being a vegetarian, and it was like it all came back, except they hit me harder. and I developed asthma due to allergies. And yeah, in and out of hospitals, been on so much steroids, it put so much weight on me. I was laughing about it every time they sent me a prescription. I said, no, I want to lose weight because I'm tired of my thighs rubbing together. I have to concentrate on losing my weight. And um, so I started changing my diet, got back into exercising, started losing weight, and pretty well went back to being a vegetarian. And then Sue, you introduced me to Juice Plus, and it's done wonders. It's done more than what the doctor could. When I got to Canada, I was on so much medication for my allergies, it was unreal. When I got to Canada, which, if anybody knows, they're all health freaks here. And the doctor said, well, what all are you on? So I was smart enough to have everything printed out from the pharmacist that I was all on. And I showed it to her, and she said, no, we're changing everything. So she slowly but surely took me off all of my medication, and I'm doing so well. She asked me, well, what am I doing different? And I told her about Juice Plus. She should stay on it. And it has really helped me. It's kept me out of the hospital. So where I was going to the doctor every 3 months, it's only 6 months now. I'm hoping to get it down once a year. It's helped my blood pressure. It's my diabetes. I mean, I didn't have diabetes, but they said I was on my way to being diabetic if I didn't change things. I don't have problems, none of that. All of it's just leveled out. And thank you, Sue. Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad that you actually got on it and started taking it. That, you know,
Right.
I mean, I want to thank Julie, because Julie's the one that told Christy, and Christy told me. So I thank her
Right.
for that. Yeah.
Right. It's something I brag about to everybody.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
So, I think they should get on it. It will turn their life around.
That's true. I will.
Because you're right when you say you can't get enough fruit and vegetables every day.
Right. That's.
And this way you can.
Linda, do you want to tell us your story? She has a little bit different story because she wants to tell us about her grandchildren and how wonderful the children are, because we actually do have a children's program, which I'm sure that Sandy's going to tell you about a little bit later, but it's really great. And that's what Linda, you need to get your face up here a little bit more. Can't see you.
Well, I can't.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now you're going. Okay. Linda?
Okay. I have two little great grandsons. We started with the first one. He had ear infections. He has allergies. He was on breathing treatments. Sue said, why don't you try the Juice Plus? Okay, we'll try it. So he did. And then the second one was born. Well, he's a tiny baby. At 3 months old, he had his first ear infection. And I asked his mama, do you care if I put some Juice Plus in his food? So in his cereal, he got Juice Plus. Now, he had been on the Juice Plus in his food for probably 6 months. And one of my friends, her grandbaby, her daughter-in-law was going back to work. So she said, could you keep him for me? Well, I compared them. They were a week. Our baby was a week older. And our baby was eating everything. I mean, you couldn't fill him up with, he loved his vegetables. Can you all hear me? Okay.
Yes.
He loved his vegetables, and it was just a regular thing with him. So, the other little boy was not as heavy. He wasn't doing the things that our Dakota was doing. And it really, I thought this is great. Dakota's never sick. He never had an ear infection. He never was sick he wasn't sick. He still isn't sick. If he gets sick, and if you really know he's sick, within 24 hours, he's over it. But to Dakota and Christopher, their Juice Plus gummies are like a treat. They'll walk in the house and say, "Where's my gummies? Can I have some gummies?" And they get their gummies. I'd rather give them gummies as give them, this afternoon, let me tell you, they came in and the first thing they did was went to the refrigerator and grabbed carrots. How many kids do you know that go in and grab a vegetable for a snack? There were cookies there. There was, and when they finished the carrots, they both had apples. Never had to say. But when Dakota, the last time Dakota did get sick, and I did remember what he broke out in hives at school. This child was broke out all over. And so I went and picked him up and took him to the doctor. And he told the doctor said, "I haven't seen you in almost a year, Dakota." And he said, "That's because I'm a Juice Plus kid." And he'll tell everybody, "I'm a Juice Plus kid." This is a little boy that is finishing up pre-K, can read on a second grade level, adds, subtracts, and multiplies. And he looked at me tonight and said, "My big brother's teaching me, so I'll be ready for first grade." So, but our boys have been really healthy. They've been well. If they get sick, sick enough that you think they need a doctor, within 24 hours, they're well.
And no flu either.
No flu. Everybody in school had flu. Not these two.
True.
They never had the flu. Only one time did they have tonsillitis all winter. And this is when it's, cold and then warm and then cold and warm. Their allergies aren't as bad now either.
Right.
So, to me, every kid needs to be on Juice Plus. As a matter of fact, I have 2 new great grandbabies, and I wish they were getting it in their milk. But they're not.
Yeah. Sandy, you want to show us these products?
Sure. I'm going to share just a little bit about my story as well. Most World Health Organizations tell us that 70 to 90% of the health challenges that we have are completely preventable. And in my case, it definitely rings true. My diet growing up was so horrible that by the time I was in my 20s and 30s, I just felt old and frumpy. And so by this time, I was starting to raise kids, and I had a 10-year-old that had an ear infection for a solid year. And both of our challenges had to do with autoimmune. And for me, it was allergies and chronic sinusitis. And for my son, it was allergy-induced swimmer's ear. And so we were just looking for something. And what we found was the plants, fruits and vegetables, that we needed a whole lot more of those. And so we were actually on just an adventure to eat a lot of fruits and veggies. And we couldn't seem to eat enough to dig us out of the hole. And so that's when my friend introduced me to Juice Plus. And I'm forever grateful, because flooding our body with 30 fruits, veggies, and berries every day has just been monumental, because our taste started changing. So we started craving more fruits and veggies. That's pretty much what we eat now. And that has been really great for everything, for our weight, for our immune system. And so I want to share with you a little bit about what you've been hearing about. And so we have fruits, which there are apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon peel, acerola cherry, pineapple, prune, date, and beet, all in these capsules. And then these are the veggies, and they have broccoli, parsley, tomato, carrot, garlic, beet, spinach, cabbage, lemon peel, rice bran, and kale. So if you don't like kale, this is a great way to get it. And I noticed myself, I never liked kale, craving kale after I'd been taking this for a few months. And then we have the berries, which are raspberry, bilberry, blueberry, cranberry, pomegranate, Concord grape, black currant, blackberry, elderberry, artichoke, and cocoa. And so the thing that's so important about these three things is you'll hear them tell us that we need to eat the rainbow. And they don't mean Skittles. They mean the rainbow of fruits, of plants, of fruits, veggies, berries, because every different color, every pigment is a phytochemical that is doing different things for the body. So, and it targets different organs. So you hear that the blues, the berries, are great for the heart, for the cardiovascular, and that the oranges are great for the eyes, and so on. And so that's why it's so important to get that variety. So I just love that. And then our newest member are the omegas. And everyone knows, is told to take fish oil. Well, there are some challenges with fish oil. For one thing, the toxicity, the mercury, and just also the shortage if we keep going the way we are, and having to farm the animals or the fish, which isn't as high of a quality. So this is actually the plants that the fish eat, and it has a wide range of omegas, the full range of omegas. And just in doing this, you get another 6 plants. It's not quite as big on this one, but you're getting algae, pomegranate, sea buckthorn berry, raspberry seed, sunflower seed, and tomato seed. So they're the oils from those plants. And then this is kind of our sleeper. This is my very favorite. I mean, don't take the capsules away from me, but I would fight anyone that tries to take this. I call it veggie crack. And it is our Juice Plus Complete smoothie powder. And it comes in chocolate and vanilla. And we just make smoothies every day with this. You can do it 1-2 times a day. It's great for a meal. It's really great for a snack. If I'm wanting something sweet, in fact, we have a recipe book where it has a ton of smoothies recipes, but also treats that you can make. Because I was borderline diabetic when I started changing my diet, and I was able to completely give up sugar because that just was not good for my blood sugar. And as long as I have my veggie crack, I can give up sugar, because we can make treats, balls and muffins and all kinds of things with this powder, and it makes it sweet. It's a great treat, but it doesn't raise your blood sugar. In fact, the thing about this that's so important to note is that it has the glycemic index of broccoli. And it's because, and I wish I could read all the ingredients to you. There's so many good things in here. Really, when you take these capsules, you're getting micronutrients without the calories, the protein, that. But when you do this, you're getting some good micronutrients, but you're also getting some good macronutrients. You're getting good protein, good fiber, 8 grams of fiber in each serving, which slows the uptake of the carbs turning to sugar, which is amazing. So this is great for diabetics. There is no sugar in our capsules, so that's great also for diabetics. So everything we have is really safe, and it's safe for kids. And we have a program. It's just a clean eating jumpstart. We call it the 10-day shred. And we, in that program, when we do it, and we do it as a group for 10 days out of the month. We usually start in the beginning of the month or close to it, and do it for 10 days. And we do it together, and we share recipes and ideas and tips and our smoothie recipes. And it's a lot more fun to do it together. And this month we're doing something different for April, kind of a spring cleaning April. We're doing the first week. So starting Monday, April 1st, we're doing a smoothie swap where we'll be drinking smoothies during the day and sharing our recipes, because it's always fun to see pictures and recipes of what other people are making. And then from the 8th through the 17th, we're going to do a 10-day shred. And that's where you do 2 smoothies a day, replace one meal and maybe a second meal, or what it might look like, because it's not a diet. It might look like you have your smoothie for breakfast, and then maybe you do a salad for lunch. And then midday, you do, for afternoon pick-me-up, you do a shake. And I do that. This is how I do it, because then that allows me to eat a smaller dinner. Some people do the shake for dinner because they don't want to have a heavy meal in their body before they go to bed. And then we just also flood our body with fruits, veggies, and berries by doing this, and also eating as many plants as you can. And we have some good recipes. And then we just try and stay away from processed food, sugar, wheat, dairy, alcohol, caffeine for those 10 days, because that's going to help detox your body. And this is called a gentle daily detox. And as it detoxes our body, then our body can let go of the toxins, the fat, the things that don't serve us. And so that's what we're doing. It's starting April 1st. If anyone is interested, you can definitely join us. Get your Juice Plus and what you need to get started. And usually everything can come within a few days. So just get that ordered. And the last thing I want to talk about, which I love, is our tower garden. And I have one that sits on my patio. I just moved, and I haven't moved the tower over yet. That'll be this weekend. But it is an aeroponic garden that sits on your patio or inside with grow lights, and it just helps you be able to grow your own veggies. And you can grow tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers. You can even have a watermelon or a pumpkin patch. You just grow those at the bottom. So it's pretty amazing. I've been growing fruits and veggies on my tower garden for about 6 years, and I love it. I know, Sue, you have one also, which we just love. And then the last thing I want to share about is our mission. So we are always looking for people that, and you may know of someone who's looking for something to either bring some more fun and fulfillment in their life, or maybe a cause. Maybe they've had a health scare and they want to save other people from having health issues. And so we're looking for people to lock arms with us and share about it. We don't consider ourselves by any means in sales or pushy. We just share. We just share nutrition with people. I always feel like when I've spoken with someone and asked questions, found out their needs, or maybe I've spoken in front of a large group, if they walk away committed to eating more fruits and veggies, then I've done my job. And if the Juice Plus makes sense to them, like it did to me, that's great. If our mission makes sense to them, like it did for me, then that's great. And just, I know we're wrapping up, but just really quickly, the reason why the mission is so near and dear on my heart, besides the fact that we've been able to help hundreds of people, like Linda and Melody and Sue, and, just being able to help people does my heart good. But also there was a time when, to start out with, I never made more than $800 a month. I was a youth pastor, and I was raising 2 boys and loved my life. My husband had a good income, so I wasn't concerned that I wasn't really making any substantial money. But then 4 years after I started Juice Plus, just sharing it with people, I had made started building a good team and was making some pretty good money. But my husband self-destructed with drugs and alcohol and left the family, and his income dried up. And so I was left to raise 2 teenage boys headed for college with my income. And I am just forever grateful to the Juice Plus company and to my friend who introduced me to it, that I wasn't having to figure out college with 2 teenage boys on $800 a month. And I'm really grateful that I was able to continue staying home with them, because they had an amazing dad, and to help them be able to cope with that was great. And I was able to finish to the national marketing director, the top position of our company, and get a benefits package and a tuition reimbursement package that helped me send my son to college. So yeah, I'm forever grateful. Now my goal is just to help people achieve their goals, whatever that is, their health goals, their financial goals, just to be able to do that. And some people just want to share with their family. That's how I started out with, and that's fine. Some people want to make significant money or just make a significant impact. So we can do, we can help you achieve whatever your goals are. Or if you know of someone, be sure and let us know. We will take good care of them. I'll turn it back to you, Sue.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for your stories. I loved them. And thanks, everyone that's got on tonight to listen to our stories. And I don't know what I would do without Juice Plus. I've had it for 19 years, and hey, there's no way it's going to go away from me. And I appreciate everything it's done. I feel like with my Cynthia Gravis, it has made it where I'm not like other people with my Cynthia Gravis. And I'm sure all of y'all feel that same way as since you've taken Juice Plus. And now I want to ask if anybody has any questions that we can answer. I do have one. I want to ask Sandy. When someone asks you if this is a weight loss program, exactly what do you say?
Oh, that is a really good question. I say that alone, like just taking the capsules, it's going to help your body do what it needs to. So you may need to detox a little bit, and it will help you. It's going to help your body reach homeostasis. My grandmother was, what is that called? Failure to thrive, where she was wasting away. We got her on Juice Plus, and she actually gained a few pounds to get to normal, what she was supposed to be at. So just in that. But what I like is it helps reinforce good habits. And as you follow our program, or just follow some of the recipes that we send, or just that one simple change at a time, and people's tastes start changing. When people start eating healthy, it's very common, if they're looking to lose weight, that they will. And I will say that the smoothie is really great, because some of the alternatives to eating breakfast for me would be like a high-fat muffin, or something that would
donut.
yeah, a donut, and it's low, it's low in calorie, low glycemic. And so I've been able to. I had a weight issue when I had first started, and I've been able to maintain just a great weight and not yo-yo like I was doing. So I hope that answers.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Anybody else have any questions that they'd like to ask? Well, I think that's it. We're going to wrap it up. And I'd like to thank again everybody for coming. And if you have any questions for the people that invited you here, just ask them and give them a call, and they can help you with whatever you need. And we'll see you guys. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.